Nature doesn't compose a great painting, and sometimes that tree is not in the right place, and you've got to have the license to be able to move that stuff around a little bit. I'm really interested in the feeling of a place and conveying feeling and conveying kind of embodied spiritual reaction to a place. And for me, that requires energy. And as a walker, a lot of times people will comment that my paintings have a sense of speed to them and a sense of like moving through a landscape. And I think part of it is that I take a walk and I come back and I make a lot of small studies from those walks that appear as if they're, they're paintings in their own right, because, I do make them available through galleries. But they're often me working through ideas on a smaller level so that then I can build them on a bigger canvas as well. Sometimes I work in the field and do drawings or make small paintings in the field. But more and more, my work is made from memory rather than resources. I do use photographs. I've often told the story that I make summer paintings from winter photographs, in part because winter photographs show you the bones of a place. It shows you the terrain. And especially out here, by the time you get to mid-June, those grasses sort of they flatten everything. Everything just becomes this sort of undulating grass, and you lose a sort of sense of the space and the way that, paths work through. And when you're looking at something, when all of that goes away, you start to see the real complexity of a place. And it's through the variation of color that you start to get a sense of depth and a sense of just how one space relates to another space. And even just the last couple of minutes working on this, where I haven't really done all that much, and I've only been really attending to kind of this area with a little bit of a mark there. There's already a lot more depth in this painting than there was when we started. So this is a painting that I pulled out today that I probably made in 1987. There's no date on the back because I was so young that I didn't know to do that. But I do know that I made it when I was a junior in art school. And it was a real breakthrough painting for me. And it was a breakthrough in that I recognized something, but also that my instructors recognized something, other friends. It's the first painting that I showed in a gallery that wasn't like a school gallery, that I was asked to have it be part of a show. And part of it came from my practice as a picture maker was kind of bifurcated, that I had great drawing instruction, which had taught me to be like really energetic, to use my whole body, to make marks, to just find the image by putting in and taking out. And when I first started studying painting, I had all of these preconceived ideas of painting being very tight and kind of, I don't know if it was Renaissance-like, but like highly realistic. And my painting would be these little marks and really tight. And a professor that I had named Bill Drew, he was just like, so why don't your paintings look like that? Why aren't you doing this with paint? And he's like, I want you to go and I want you to draw with paint. And it's actually, I don't know if it's an assignment, but it's something that I often say to people in my painting workshops now, like, draw with the paint. like see, like make some marks. Don't worry about it being perfect. We can pull things off. And so this is the first painting where I really figured that out, where I just started to draw with the paint and create something that had noticeable texture, that wasn't thinking about every single thing that might be, you know, on every leaf on this tree, but being able to use a silhouette, using color more symbolically than trying to match it perfectly. And it really opened me up to making painting in a remarkably different way. And when I look at this painting, which I made 38 years ago, I recognize that there's a language, a calligraphy in this that is very similar to the paintings that I'm making today. Like there's a through line there. It was this moment of real discovery that painting could be something different than what my preconceived notions of like high realism or and I think that this is something that beginner painters often have. I walk the same places over and over again. There are some places that I go every week. There are some places, if I'm making paintings in that place, I might actually go every day. And I'll come back and I'll work from memory. And when I get stuck, I'll put down my paintbrush and walk back out there and start to look at it again and then bring that back. And there's ways in which sometimes my paintings have a sense of time in them that I think I recognize, but other people might not notice. But there'll be a sky in the distance that is a certain kind of day and a foreground that's a different kind of day. And, you know, I'm creating the world of the painting. I'm not directly translating the world into a painting.